Ladies and gentlemen, let me share something that can change the way you think about your journey to success. Too often we fall into the trap of comparison. We look at someone else's life achievements or possessions and measure our worth against theirs. But let me tell you, comparison is not only unfair, it's counterproductive. The truth is, life is not a race where you compete with others, it's a journey where the only competition is the person you were yesterday. Think about this, we all have unique starting points. Some of us begin with certain advantages, while others face challenges right from the start. Some have resources readily available, while others have to scrape and claw just to get to the starting line. It's not the starting point that matters. What matters is the direction you choose to go in and the progress you make along the way. That's why it's essential to focus on your own progress. Imagine two people planting trees in their yards. One person has rich soil, abundant sunlight, and the perfect climate. The other has rocky ground, less sunlight, and less water. The first tree grows tall quickly, while the second takes longer, struggling against the conditions. Now, would it make any sense for the second person to compare their tree to the first? Of course not. The only fair measure of success is to ask, is this tree growing better today than it was yesterday? Am I doing all I can to help it thrive? The same is true for you. Comparing your progress to someone else's is like comparing apples to oranges. It just doesn't work. You're not on their path and they're not on yours. What you need to focus on is growth. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you moving closer to your goals than you were last month? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. If the answer is no, then it's time to adjust your efforts, not look over your shoulder at someone else. Here's a mistake people often make. They use others as a yardstick for their success. They think, if only I had what they have, I'd be happy, or I'll never catch up to them, so why bother? But here's the truth, no two people have the same circumstances, the same challenges, or the same opportunities. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing the speed of a bicycle to the speed of a car. They're completely different modes of transportation, designed for different purposes. The only comparison that matters is between who you are today and who you have the potential to become. You see, success isn't about being the best, it's about being your best. It's about pushing yourself to new levels, one step at a time. Small, consistent improvements, that's the key. If you improve by just 1% every day, think about where you'll be in a month, a year, or a decade. That's the power of focusing on your own progress. Let me tell you a little secret about successful people. They don't spend their time worrying about what everyone else is doing. They're too busy working on themselves. They know that every moment spent comparing themselves to others is a moment taken away from their own growth. And growth requires focus, it requires effort. It requires the discipline to look in the mirror every day and ask, what can I do today to improve? Progress is personal. It's about setting your own goals and working toward them at your own pace. Some people sprint while others walk. Some take a straight path while others have to navigate twists and turns. But as long as you're moving forward, you're making progress. And every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your destination. One of the most powerful things you can do is to set your own benchmarks for success. Decide what progress means to you. Is it learning a new skill? Is it building better habits? Is it improving your health, your relationships, or your mindset? Whatever it is, make sure it's aligned with your values and your vision for your life. When you measure yourself against your own standards, you'll find that progress becomes a source of motivation, not frustration. And here's the beauty of focusing on your own progress: it builds momentum. Every small victory gives you the confidence to tackle the next challenge. Every step forward strengthens your belief in yourself. And as you continue to grow, you'll inspire others to do the same, not because you're trying to outshine them, but because your progress serves as a reminder of what's possible. So let's make a commitment today. Let's stop looking at what others are doing and start focusing on what we're doing. Let's stop worrying about who's ahead and start focusing on how far we've come. Let's stop comparing ourselves to others and start comparing ourselves to the person we were yesterday. Because at the end of the day, that's the only comparison that matters. As Jim Rohn always said, success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become. So focus on becoming that person. Focus on your growth, your progress, your potential. Remember, life is not about being the best, it's about being better than you were yesterday. And when you do that, you'll find that success has a way of showing up in your life, not because you chased it, but because you earned it. Thank you.